At this moment, nearly 70 million Americans have gotten at least one dose of the COVID vaccine, but most folks are still waiting for their turn to get a shot. One way to get a dose early, or if you're eligible but have not been able to find an appointment, is to get one of the vaccines that are left over at the end of the day and are about to expire. But how do you find those elusive shots? And is there a way to dole them out fairly? I want to turn now to Cyrus Masumi. He's a founder and former CEO of ZocDoc. It's an online company that helps people find doctor's appointments. But his latest project is called Dr. B. The company is essentially a nationwide COVID vaccine standby list, aims to match vaccine providers with extra doses to people who are willing and able to get shots at a moment's notice. So, Cyrus, a lot of folks watching and listening are quite curious about how this works. Walk us through it. How does Dr. B work?
Sure. So patients go to hidrb.com and register. They fill out their demographic information, any pre-existing conditions, their occupation. That is all used to prioritize patients based on local government priority criteria. So whenever a participating vaccine provider has excess doses, they simply go on to Dr. B, they indicate how many doses they have and how long they have for these doses until they expire. And our algorithms will work in the back end to determine the appropriate number of people to message via text at the appropriate local government priority criteria. And effectively, it text messages people until every single dose is claimed. And so obviously it's making sure that we make the most of every dose, but there's also a bit of a health equity angle that I'm happy to talk about as well.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, how do you guys decide who should be at the front of the standby line?
So the way the algorithms work is it's based on all the various local government priority criteria. But ultimately, one of the advantages of a queuing-based model versus a scheduling-based one is that we, in perpetuity, can rank people who are at higher priority levels first, meaning that if someone comes late to the game and they were a priority 1A or 1B in their local geography, and they didn't previously get the vaccine, but if they come to say they want the vaccine now, this may be a person who was previously vaccine hesitant, for example, now they're deciding they want the vaccine. It'll work like having a first-class ticket. They'll immediately go to the front of the queue, and when there's available dose, they'll be the first one to get messaged. That's really important because some of these people aren't as tech savvy, so they're not going to be able to hit refresh 1,000 times a second. This enables us to continually prioritize the people who need it most.
As I understand it, you started with two sites. How many sites do you have now? Any idea how many shots in arms you guys are responsible for?
So since we have started speaking to press last Tuesday, we've literally had hundreds of additional sites come on to us, and we're trying to bring them on as quickly as possible. We're still only vaccinating in Arkansas and New York State, but we expect that to change very soon. And we will be bringing on additional sites as quickly as we can get them on board.
Okay. Well, Cyrus, it sounds like quite the concept. Do keep us posted. And again, for folks who are watching and listening, what's the website again?
It's hidrb.com.
All right. Cyrus Masumi. Cyrus, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.